And it's the most wonderful time of the year. It's Luminalia 2954. Well, more or less. It's almost Luminalia. It's just upon us now. Look at them loading up this cutter in the Deck the Hall paint. We got a Nomad in the Icebreaker paint here. Not sure where this location is. We got a Pico. We got some Finleys or whatever. Oh, that Pico's adorable. Yeah, so if anyone doesn't know, Luminalia has arrived. And what I meant by not really is that I don't think it starts until the 12th. So a couple days from now is when things really come along. But this is one of the events that I love in Star Citizen because it's just a way to get little things. Little things are kind of added to your account if you want them. Unfortunately, there has never been a way to remove them if you didn't want them. So there was the whole issue years ago with the handlebar. I really didn't care. Wallpapers, people don't want them. And a lot of people complain about the paints because they're not paints for ships that they have, but they tend to do pretty well on paints. Now there is going to be some. We're going to go real quick to the pledge store. I'm sure there's going to be some Luminalia holiday packs. We got the cutter holiday pack. Is it 2 cutters or just the paints? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's go to game packages and we're going to take a look at those. So we have the Aurora MR holiday starter pack. $40.50. The game is never cheaper than that. And I think there is a referral bonus, so I'm going to get into that, but this might actually be an even better deal. Let's see how long. 2-year insurance when insurance starts, 20,000 UEC, and then you got the Aurora. Now, what a awesome deal. Really, you can't go wrong for getting in the verse for $40.50. You can always upgrade this later. You can always get other ships later. You can always melt this and get something else, but it is never cheaper than $40.50 US. Now, that being said, the cutter is an awesome starter. The 100i, okay starter, is pretty fun to fly. The Avenger Titan, a solid starter. People really like the Titan. I do love the cutter. And the Nomad. And all of these are coming with double paint. So if you get this, you get the standard paint that comes with the ship, but you also get the Icebreaker paint and the Deck the Hall paint. And you can switch those paints back and forth as much as you want. Now, these are paints that were available free last year. And so if you're looking to get these paints, this seems to be the way to get them now. But previous Luminalia paints have always come up later on. There was actually at one point that the cutter paint was only part of the starter pack, I believe, and then the next year I was expecting to come away as one of the calendar events. I am surprised there's no Intrepid starter pack with the paint, but the Intrepid, if you get that, it's as a ship, not great, but as a ship that you could start out with lifetime insurance and upgrade sometime in the future, that's pretty good. And so these are all the game packs that are available right now. So if you're looking to get into the verse, you need to get yourself a game package. Now, before you do, make sure you click the link above to use this referral code, because if you have a referral code, there's an extra bonus coming along. But yeah, so the cutter pack, the 100i, these all seem to be 2-year insurance, plus these ones come. So this is the standard paint that yours has, but you could also get, with that, you can apply the Icebreaker and the Deck the Hall paint. Pretty awesome that they have all these different paints and pledges for the year. So we're going to go back real quick. We're going to look at Luminalia. Now, the reason why I like Luminalia, like I said, is because there's 2 things. It's kind of it's a Christmas theme event, although it's also a Banu Christmas event, known as Luminalia. It's like the Festival of Lights. There's like a lantern. There is giveaways for anyone with an account happening throughout the year. I believe it starts on the 12th and goes to the 24th, I guess it would be. So yeah, so starting on December 12th, ending December 22nd. you can open up your advent calendar. Now, if you check out day 1 and day 2, and then you are away for a bit and you come back on day 6, you will be able to click these other ones and get them then. That's also, you can also watch Spectrum and see what the daily events will be, and then like what you're going to get, and decide which ones you want to pick up. Usually there's going to be ship paints and usually FPS weapons. Other times there has been a couple things like some images or wallpapers, Spectrum badges. Some things people want, some things people don't. So this will be kind of interesting and kind of cool. Now, interesting that it's the 12th to the 22nd. There's only 11. I thought there was 12 days. So if we look down here, hello, I've decided to kind of add this in the middle of the video here because I was thinking about this while I'm editing now, and maybe it's 11 days because the 12th day they are planning on releasing 4.0. Now, I actually hope that's not necessarily the case because normally there's always a patch that comes at the end of the year. Normally it's super buggy and then we got to wait until the new year for things to get fixed. So if 4.0 is not ready, I really hope that's not what happens on day 12. At the very least, I could go release 4.0 into the PTU for everyone as a year end, but if 4.0 is not ready, I hope that's not the case, that it's going to be pushed out regardless, but that is a possibility. So I thought I would just kind of add that in here. And back to the original video. 11? I thought there was 12 days. So if you look down here, you're just going to come on the day of. Now right now we can't click on these, but you're going to click on these while logged in, and that's going to apply that thing to your account. We do have a 30-second clip, and you can win some prizes. So this is the contest that CAG is hosting right now. So on this, your 30-second clip about giving, when it says here, that could be even like giving, gunshots to someone else. You can win yourself a Freelancer, or sorry, not Freelancer, Starlancer Max, and Volterrapin or Crusader Intrepid. Now all these prizes do come with LTI. Also, because the Starlancer is coming with the Snowcap livery, and the Crusader's coming with the Altair livery. Oh, I thought these might have been Icebreaker and Deck to Haul. So they're not Deck to Haul ships. They're not the ones getting the paints. I was wondering if that was the case. Now looking at this too, we do have some guns here. I'm guessing some of these guns are going to be part of this calendar here. So you can take a look at here, and this is what you might be getting. That is pretty much a guarantee. There's also missions happening in game where you're doing deliveries to different areas. They're just like any other box delivery, but the packages are wrapped in different Luminalia themed wrapping paper. We also have the ships here that are part of the starter packs, and then the holiday referral bonus program. So like I said, if you have not picked up a game package, but you made yourself an account, and when you made your account, use a referral code no matter when it was, or if you're going to get a game package now and you use a link like up above and apply a referral code, when you get that game package after the Luminalia event is over, your referral code gets applied, and you're going to get yourself not only some extra money to go with your game package, but you're going to get yourself a free Mirai Pulse. So this is, if I go over to the home page and the pledge page again, we're going to go pledge store. We're going to look at the Pulse here. So where is ships? There we go. Click on this. We're going to look at the Pulse. And so this is what you're getting here. The Racing Hover Quad. Although this one does have a gun in it. I'm pretty sure it was the combat version, not the racing version. Let me look real quick. Mirai Pulse. Yeah, so this is, we're looking at the two. This is the version you'd be getting here. Pretty cool, pretty small form factor. So if you get yourself a Titan or a Cutter, you can fit one of these into the back. If you get an Aurora, you definitely can't, but you can call that any ground base. $30 value, and the referral bonuses, there are some good and bad to them. The good is that they can be upgraded. The bad is they cannot be melted. So there is no actual value, even though it's a $30 value. But I've explained this before, how referrals work. that if you're going to do an upgrade, so we go ship upgrade, and we start at a pulse, and we have this pulse here, and we wanted to get a better ship. Something like, let's say we wanted to get the rescue, the C8R. We could get ourselves a C8R Pisces added to our account for $35 as opposed to $65 what it normally costs, and we would have the lifetime insurance from the pulse added to that. That's pretty cool. If we ever then decided we want to go even farther, we could take our C8R Pisces, we can upgrade that to a Vulture, still has lifetime insurance, that would go on and on and on. The only issue with this is that it's tied to your account because you cannot melt the pulse. So you cannot melt whatever this has become. I'm sure customer service could melt it for you, but then you would probably lose this free ship and you would not be able to then start the chain over. But referral bonuses, although they're not meltable, they are pretty handy because of the fact that they can allow you to get a pretty cool upgrade in your account, and you're able to upgrade something with lifetime insurance. So if you have a ship that you want to always be able to claim at least somehow and not have to worry about paying the base amount of insurance, this is how referral bonuses are really handy. But you can just keep it as a pulse, which would be pretty awesome as well. And that's only $40.50 for an Aurora, and you get a $30 ship added to your account. Those would always be in your hangar, so no matter what, it's always going to be in your hangar. So we have, I got my F8C Lightning pendant here, and I have my Ardor salvage repeaters. Do not have my whatever it's called, my IE Academy stuff yet. That's not here. And there has been a change. I'm going to talk about this. We're going to move away at the end of the video here and talk about something other than Luminalia. I don't have a Best in Show ship to get a paint here. But if you have and you received a paint and now suddenly your paint is gone, don't worry. That will be coming back. Before I explain why, I'm just going to go past all these things that we've gotten for free. Things like the Foundation Festival paint and the Medevac Rescue Light. This is coming up the year of like the new year. I can't remember what it's called, the Red Festival. That's coming up. But here, we're going to go quickly through last year's Luminalia Festival goodies. So this is kind of the things you can get. Day 1 reward last year was those 2 paints that come with the cutter package now. Day 2 was the Piconalia sweater. So it's like a little Pico sweater you can wear in game. Day 3 was more paints. This was the Prospector paints. Day 4 was this cup. Day 5 was Vulture paints. Day 6 was frustratingly still uneatable chocolate chip cookies. Were they chocolate chip? Whatever cookies were. These Luminalia cookies, you can decorate them by putting them on a shelf in your ship or in your hangar, but you can't eat them. Still can't eat them. Maybe one day. Day 7 was paints for Freelancer. Day 8 was a weapon. We got ourselves a LMG. Day 9 was another sweater. Day 10 was another LMG. Day 12 was a light stick, which is very similar to the quick flares that you can get in game. Day 12 was 2 items. Oh, so you got a knife and the permafrost painted sniper rifle. And then we went into Year of the Dog after that. But that's an example of what we got last year. No photos. I kind of actually thought we had got photos of something, but it was all items. But it was 12, which makes me think, why is there only 11 this year? Kind of interesting that it's only 11 and not 12. But that's it as far as Luminalia goes. But I do want to talk quickly about Best in Show paints. So I'm going to go to Spectrum real quick. And then from Spectrum, we're going to find, I think it's in announcements. Boom. All right. So in announcements, Best in Show rewards update. So we've seen a lot of questions about this year's Best in Shows reward. After investigating, we discovered an issue with the distribution that resulted in some players not receiving their rewards, while others who were ineligible did. Now the issue has been resolved, we will soon be reclaiming all Best in Show awards and start fresh, then redistributing them correctly. We'll be monitoring everything closely to ensure the process goes smoothly. The process can take some time to roll out to everyone, but we'll update this thread when fully complete. Thank you for your patience. Someone says, what happens if, let's say, I had a C1 and then I made sure I had it by the end of Expo, and then I actually bought a CCU to upgrade it to something else, and I applied that upgrade. Now it's no longer in my account. What's going to happen? They said they are making sure the distribution will use the same timeline as before. So if you've melted or upgraded post AIE, but you have the vehicles previously, when those checks were made, you will still get the rewards. So seems like that is what's happening with the festival paints. That's why they're gone if you had one, and hopefully you will be getting it back if you should get one. If you received one, like a Reclaimer paint or a Terrapin paint, and you didn't own those ships, and you're wondering how come that's gone now, you shouldn't have had it to begin with, so you're not going to have it. Now, the only thing you should have right now is the banner, the F8C banner. Everyone's getting that. Now, I remember you used to get kind of physical things. We got a backpack for Argo. We got a helmet for the Carrack. Now we have a pennant to use as a decoration. I kind of would have liked something a little more themed to like I like getting a theme thing. So not getting a MPUV backpack or an anvil helmet, but getting or a Carrack helmet, but getting like an anvil or a Crusader, like getting one of those companies themed thing to use. I think if a Drake ship ever wins, I would love to get like something Drake themed, not necessarily themed for the ship. But yeah, cool free stuff. Like I said, the old stuff, like if you look at things like the Luminalia things, if it's something you don't think you're not going to want, I don't know if you're going to be able to delete it. That seems to be the case. Also, if I can go right down to the very beginning, I'm going to go all the way down. Here's an example of a referral bonus. So this referral bonus, you can see here, unlike a ship, where I could delete this one and get my money back, this one here, I cannot do anything with it. But I could upgrade it. So I could upgrade from this Dragonfly into something else, and this lifetime insurance would transfer over. But you can't melt it to get that back without potentially talking to customer service. So that's the one thing to be careful about, but I still think it's pretty awesome. If you're looking to get in the verse, you really can't go bad. I say spend the least amount possible to get the game to see if it's a game you really want to play. And honestly, what other game can you get where you can play as much as you can here and for the future, and all that's available currently, as well as everything available in the future, for $40.50. Ridiculously cheap. But honestly, if I was going to go a little bit farther, if I knew I would love to upgrade a ship with LTI in the future, I'd maybe go with the Intrepid, but as a starter, I wouldn't really go for that. The Cutter. The Cutter is awesome. It's on sale, $51 now. This is the game package or starter pack, whatever it says here, as long as it says pack in there. You need that to play the game. It's not just a ship, but it's the ship and the game itself. So I would recommend the Cutter. Awesome starter pack. A lot of people recommend the Titer. It's also pretty good. If you have the money, you're willing to spend it, the Nomad is pretty solid as well because it does have the cargo space. It does have the nice interior. It can carry a rock to do a little bit of rock mining. But to start out, can't go wrong with just any starter ship. Cutter's pretty awesome. Hopefully this is kind of interesting, and I can't wait for a couple days to see what happens with Luminalia and what kind of stuff we get. Until next time, I'm going to get back into the verse, and I hope to see you all soon there. Goodbye, everybody. Have an awesome Luminalia.